Well, hello all you fine people out there in YouTube land. This here's the NRA Man Forever, coming to y'all with another installment of lame-ass excuses for gun control. This week, we're going to talk about the semi-automatics have only two purposes, or depending on the moron that spouts it, one purpose. Bullshit. Our quote comes to us from Stephen King, and this was pulled directly from his book that he wrote, Guns. And he says, semi-automatics have only two purposes. One is so owners can take them out to firing ranges once in a while, yell yeehaw and get all horny over the rapid fire and vapor spurting from the barrel. Their other only purpose is to kill people. Well, first of all, I gotta say, that's big talk for a man who A, says that video games and violent media have absolutely no impact on the psychological welfare of our society, when you wrote a book called Rage about a student that flipped the fuck out, shot up his school, wounded and killed several of his classmates and teachers, and after a coincidental spree of schools being held hostage by armed students, schools being shot up by armed students, having the one single correlation between them being they had your book Rage and they read it, and as if it doesn't get any better, it's also big talk for a man who, even though you don't cite violent media as a source of the frequent problem of armed violence in schools, you strongly requested that your book be pulled from print, and ever since you made that request, Rage has not been put back into print. So, gives you a little bit of an idea of the character of the asshole making this assertion. But enough of the rhetoric. Let's get into the fact. The facts are, again, semi-auto means half. Half automatic. They only fire as fast as you can pull the trigger. Plain and simple. If this is as fast as you can pull the trigger, this is as fast as it's going to fire. And even if you spent hours upon hours, and days upon days, weeks upon weeks, months upon months, and so on and so forth, practicing, training, getting proficient, there are very, 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 very few people in this world that have the coordination and the strength, honestly, to fire any semi-automatic weapon at a rate that would match even the slowest of full automatic machine guns. It is a scientific... It is almost a guaranteed fucking scientific impossibility. Now, he also went on, along with others, to make the assertion that why in the hell would you need a semi-automatic in your home? Well, let's take a look at a few situations here. Number one, the only reason a person, any regular law-abiding citizen, would want a firearm in their home would be for self-protection against criminals. Because let's face it, a gun in the hand is faster to solve a problem, for lack of a better way of putting it, than a cop on the phone. The nearest cop is almost always 99.999998% of the time minutes away when seconds count. So yeah, forgive people for wanting to be able to defend themselves. Add to that, let's say you live in Houston, or the bad side of Fort Worth or in El Paso, which is pretty much one big ass bad neighborhood with a few good splotches in it. Criminals are like any other predator in the animal kingdom. They know that there is safety in numbers. Now, just like animals, there are different specific species of predator. Just as there are different specific types of criminal. Now, most predators in the wild use numbers on their side to overpower prey items. That's the same with criminals. Think about it. If you live in a gang-infested area, what are honestly the chances that your house is going to get broken into by one gang member? There are multiple, dozens, if not hundreds, of burglaries that occur on a daily basis in this country. Home invasions, robberies that occur with multiple assailants. Add to that, how many times do you turn on the news and see, oh, some 20-something-year-old was gang raped by 8 people. I'm keeping it as general as I can so I can offend as few people as possible, which is a rarity. But the people that laugh and scoff at the possibility of multiple attackers coming after you, and for whatever reason, be it a mugging, a carjacking, a home invasion, heaven forbid, a rape, you're a fucking moron. There is just as real a chance of that as you getting into a car accident. The only thing that the criminals need is to see you in a light that paints you as a soft target, an easy victim. Add to that the fact that they have numbers on their side. I'm just saying. Forgive me for using fact, logic, and what's that other one? Oh yeah, common sense. Something the gun grabbers should use a little bit more often. We're not done here, people. No, I've just gotten warmed up. And finally, what the fuck does it matter what I keep in my own home? Or you, for that matter, if you're a responsible, law-abiding citizen, obeys laws, wouldn't think of hurting anybody without just cause, and that just cause being it's either their life or your life or the life of your family or an innocent third party. What responsible person that fits that criteria do you know would honestly procure legally, that's the key word, legally, a semi-automatic rifle or any kind of firearm for that matter, and just out of the blue one day say, fuck it, I'm gonna go shoot up a mall just because I can? I don't know any people that meet the criteria to just, at the drop of a hat, just say, fuck it, I'm gonna go shoot up a school. Semi-automatics, Mr. King, Mr. freaking inspiration to homegrown terrorists that want to attack fucking schools. The purpose for having one in the home is for self-defense. It's to be prepared. To be able to protect yourself and yours against the possibility, the very real fucking possibility of an attack of some sort committed by multiple assailants. This is the NRA Man Forever, reminding you that united we stand and divided we surely will fall. Join the NRA.